Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you're trying to study for an upcoming test but find yourself constantly checking your phone for social media like TikTok? Meet John, a freshman undergraduate at the University of Washington who is trying to major in mathematics and have a successful career. John has a slight problem. He has an important math exam coming up, but whenever he tries to study for long periods of time, his mind drifts toward his phone or he gets distracted by a notification buzz and always finds himself scrolling back on his For You page. He's tried using the iOS built-in screen time function so that he doesn't have access to certain apps while he studies. But if he starts to feel unmotivated or bored, he immediately bypasses the screen time lock and goes back to scrolling. As a result, on the day of his math exam, he struggles with most of the problems, and to no one's surprise, he sadly ends up failing his midterm, disappointing himself, and his mom scolds him for the poor performance. If only there was a way for John to study efficiently without constantly being distracted by TikTok. If only he had been introduced to LockedIn. LockedIn is a fun and engaging way for students like John to connect and compete with one another in studying efficiently, promoting better study habits and long-term study sessions through a competitive learning environment and a reward point system. Once he has friends added, they can all decide to create a study session, and from there, John or anyone else in the study session can adjust what they want, how long the time is, what subject they're studying, and what they want analyzed. All it takes is one easy click to start the session, and off they are on their journey to study. Once the session is started, a Do Not Disturb setting is activated on the device so that notifications from other applications will not appear on the phone screen to prevent distraction for John and his peers. John is now able to study diligently once the session starts due to motivation for beating his friends in the session and winning the most amount of points. This is calculated by studying efficiency, where the app measures who checks their phone the most and what other applications each user accesses while the session is active. Now, for his upcoming math final, John can study and study. Once the study session is over, John can see who won by checking out the results page. He sees the ranking from best to worst, a visualization of studying efficiency throughout the session, and even receives a motivational quote to remember for next time. Because of all the new motivation and satisfactory points for maintaining good and prolonged studying habits through the system, John and all of his friends are becoming more proficient at studying and all have fun competing with one another while simultaneously learning for their classes. On the day of his math final, John is able to breeze through the problems. He ends up getting a great score in his math final, saving his GPA, and is able to celebrate with his mom, making up for his previous poor performance. This is all thanks to his hard work and the new and improved studying habits that he obtained as a result of utilizing LockedIn and being motivated by the app to consistently participate in study sessions with his peers. Hooray for LockedIn!
Created using Powtoon.